Hi everyone and welcome to today's Wow card creation. We're going to be playing with foils today. I've got this beautiful Catherine Pooler stamp set, the butterfly layers, and I'm going to be using the rose gold Fab Foil collection with the heat bonding powder. So it heat sets it that you can add foil to any of your projects. There is other methods to use Fab Foil. I'm going to be showing you how to use it with bonding powder today. I've got some distress oxide inks and tattered rose, faded jeans and worn lipstick. And I will be using a colour combination with this pattern paper where it's like a brushed navy and the pinks colour combination with some vanilla kind of cardstock, so a creamy kind of cardstock. This is quite a muted card, but it's beautiful with the contrast of like a navy, a brushed dulled navy. Now, the first layer of this beautiful stamp set by Catherine Pooler, which is the solid first layer of the butterfly. I'm using the smaller butterfly. I've stamped it with tattered rose. Now, I will stamp this twice. I wanted almost like a slightly darker pink towards the tip of each butterfly. So I bring in this little mini blending sponge tool that I got from my local craft store. I pick up some extra ink and I just add it to the side or the tip of each butterfly wing. So there's 4 there, and I just add some extra ink through it, on it, and I will stamp that on each butterfly. I just wanted that little bit of more pink to my color combination of my card, and I think it was just subtle enough but beautiful enough. And I find the Distress Oxide inks really stamp really well and layer really well on top of one another. So once I've done all 3 of the butterflies, I start then thinking about what I'm going to do next. So once I actually do it off screen and I prep my cardstock, even though Wow embossing powder is an anti-static, I wanted to make sure the ink was thoroughly dry. So I put my heat tool on it, and then I also put a little bit of the powder buddy, embossing buddy, on top, just to kind of reassure that I only want this bonding powder to stick where it's need to stick. So the tip with the bonding powder, which I've learnt from the fabulous Marion, is that to make sure you do work quickly, because you still want it to be hot, it becomes sticky to touch, and you place your foil directly on top. But before you take the foil off, you need to make sure it's cooled down, because while it's still in its molten stage, the foils won't adhere properly down. So that was a really good tip that I have learned from Marion and her YouTube. So go and visit the Wow YouTube. I'll put a link to the Wow YouTube, as well as our tutorial store through the wow.com, embossingpowder.com site. Now, I also want to do the body, which I wanted it foiled as well. So I am stamping it in the clear, ultra slow drying ink, bit of a mouthful, and I pour quite generously this bonding powder. And you can see with the prepping involved that it only adhered down on where the sticky ink was placed and stamped. So placing that aside, now I'm working quick. I've got my heat tool, the Wow heat tool here, making sure that's good, ready and hot. And I heat this really quickly. It stays sticky for a little bit longer than it would a normal embossing powder, which is really good. So you do have a little bit of a longer time frame to play with it. However, it is best to work quickly when dealing with anything like this. So just making sure they're all heat set ready to go. And I grab my rose gold Fab Foil, almost love saying that all the time, and place that on the top. So this is currently still in its molten state, and I'm just pressing down because I want to see where the actual butterflies are, and I can then now rub this down. And you can feel when it becomes cool to touch when you can start peeling this off. But do wait until it's cooled down, so then you know the foil really sticks down to the bonding powder. And here it is, the big reveal. Slowly. Isn't it just beautiful? It's just stunning to play with, these Fab Foils. And there they are. Nice and shimmery. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. You can, not only use this with two-step stamping, you can use this with any of your stamps. Would be great with sentiments. So for the sentiment, I've chosen the Alter New Birthday. This is quite a staple in my stash for birthdays because it's different fonts. You can choose scripty, bold. I love the versatility, and you can mix and match. You don't have to have the same script, which you can almost do like a mix and match kind of stamp. So I love it. So I've got the faded jeans here. Again, these Oxide inks are fabulous to stamp with. So I'm able to utilize my sentiments and any images for these inks. So I've just stamped it on a strip of vanilla cardstock to match the card base, and I'm just going to make like a flag pennant on either side of this sentiment. This card is very simple, but due to the foil, it creates that kind of wow factor and that shimmeriness that just makes the whole card pop and look like you've made that extra effort, when really it was just like heat embossing but adding foil. So once I've finished with the pennant edges, I'm going to adhere down with foam tape. And I've got the Express It foam mounting tape here. And you can see the back of that pattern paper collection. Now I'm just going to happily adhere this down between the second and third butterfly from the top. And I've got some Studio Cartier sequins here, and it's almost like a vanilla kind of range, really beautiful. And I'm going to adhere these down with my Ranger Multi Matte Medium adhesive. And I'm only just placing 3 down. I'm not going excessive. I don't feel like I want to take any attraction away from the foil, so I just wanted that extra little bit of embellishment though for the card. And other than that, I just kept it really simple. So I hope you enjoyed today's card creation and a little bit of a tutorial using our Fab collection. Up on my blog, I have a variety of Fab foils that I've used, as well as this same stamp set, but in different ways. So I hope you like the card creation for today. Come and visit us on the WOW blog, as well as our YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.